Hails and welcome to Rauta. I'm Jerry and here I am once again reviewing some black metal for you, this time from the Netherlands. This one is Infinity, and while there are plenty of bands with the same name, well, this band could really make the claim they were not one of the latest ones to claim this name. That is, this band has been there out since 1995. However, it took until 2003 when the band decided to do its first album. First, let's tackle the seventh album cover and name. I don't know about you, but I got a strong Game of Thrones vibe here. Why so? Because these particular creatures look like some undead with glowing white eyes. Well, that's exactly with the palish bluish skin that reminds me of the Game of Thrones stuff. And Untamed Hunger. Is this really dedicated or made by powerlifters and bodybuilders? Because we surely knew what Untamed Hunger is, eating multiple times a day. Now, jokes aside, of course, this band is going back to the very basics, general topics, that is what is assumed in the world of black metal. And that's what's going on with these two guys called Draconis and B. Xul. There's a longer name for that, but let's figure it out later. Now, like I said, this band has been there for a very long time, almost 3 decades by now, and it's curious that they never got bigger fame. I mean, based on the quality of this album, I could say they really could have done it so many times, so many ways. Well, the first album was out in 2003, so already more than 20 years ago. The band really hasn't gotten too much of a success, and one can really wonder why. But then again, maybe it's about gigs, maybe it's about the smaller labels before that and all. Who knows? And at this point, who cares? What matters is their latest album good? So, quick recap: 1995, 7-hour albums in, couple of demos, compilation, what have you, and two members, original members from 1995, still in the band. There are a few past members, but not too many. So this duo has really kept it going, and as such it reminds me of bands like Satyricon and Darkthrone, where like two guys are bonding over the the band and the other things, and they keep it rolling. This album was already released in June, came a little bit late to the review, so hence a little bit late, but here it is with 6 songs, 42 minutes. The style is pretty basic, second wave black metal. I mean, expect fast tempo, or at least aggressive tempo here and there. I mean, it's not blast beating all the way through, of course, but more on the energetic kind of stuff of things, and on that side of things, that is. And a lot of melodic riffing. What is lacking in rawness or, sinister feeling, atmosphere, if you will, it's really taking it back with somewhat catchy melodies, including killer solos, killer leads, which are more like a nod towards Bathory's epic vibes. Then you have, of course, the rather usual raspy vocals. They are not their most throaty ones. They are not really screamy ones, but somewhere in the between. Kind of a growly feeling to it, like a fine seasoning. Now, it's working nicely, so there is no bitching about it. And when it comes to the production, it's pretty solid for this kind of music. Not sounding like overly produced or, the kind of a sterile feeling, but more like fitting what this kind of band is supposed to do and sound like. So it's not lo-fi or raw necro sound, but it's not really sounding some of those big bands which is like very, very plastic in production. So all good so far. So what's it all about? What is the negative side here of things? Well, there are a couple of things, and these are not big ones, but worth mentioning. First of all, the songs. Sometimes they are like 9 minutes. 9 minutes isn't bad if you're really going for some, I don't know, epic doom, death, heavy metal. No, take death metal. Let's take it back. More like heavy epic or heavy doom kind of stuff, and you're kind of good to go. Maybe in doom death territory. Let's add that. But when it comes to black metal, where you're supposed to just like kill your enemy and go away, like, the kind of a Marduk thing, or even don't talk about dissection, Murgrüning, what have you, the more melodic kind of black metal. All you need is some 3-5 minutes max, and then you're done with it. You need enough repetition, but you don't want to bore the audience down. Okay, let's have another riff, let's have another round, and let's have these all weird parts here. I mean, this band doesn't really have weird parts, but 9 minutes still for one song, which is not made by absolute killer ideas. That's where I would say, yeah, just cut it. Learn to kill your darlings early enough and keep going. Because certain kind of, catchiness, memorability and all that stuff, so that the song sticks, it's all you need. The other thing is, there are no absolute killer tracks. There is no song like, I'm talking about like Mother North kind of a level catchiness or memorability here. More like, yeah, the album has a good flow. It has a good groove. It has a good melodic, kind of evil vibe, if you will. But it's no dissection. It's no Dawn during the Slaughter Sun era. It's no dark funeral peak moment stuff. And when I'm mentioning these names, don't take literally I'm comparing them like that. But I'm talking about melodic black metal. You know what top tier black metal melodic kind sounds like. So that you really keep humming the good melodies and you get the feeling like, okay, this is really good, even though it's kind of a mellow and all that stuff. So I'm saying this band has basically all the ingredients they need, but sometimes too much is too much. Instead of 9 minutes, go for 4 or 5 and learn to cut it, like finish it and then move on. But overall, this is pretty good of an album, and if you're into melodic black metal or if you don't want anything new from your second wave black metal, Infinity is as good as any. So definitely worth checking out into terms of this given genre. So take it from me or not, I don't really know or care, but the links are provided in the description box. Now if you go, check out these Dutch maniacs. Maybe it's worth your time. I really hope it is. So, now that you have your information, go and listen to it. See ya, bye bye.